Hello there, everyone. Genesis FC manager speaking here. Just a little analysis on the Champions Cup semi-final, of which we lost to Zebra Rovers, of course, and just the overall season analysis. Um, the we exited the cup. It was a tough pill to swallow. We lost the first leg 3-0, and the second game we won 1-0. But of course, we lost the tie. Now, I think the frustrating thing about this is that, you know, you win games, you lose games, you draw games. You don't really ever mind losing the game if you're, if the other player is just a better man at the time. If he's the better team, anyone can lose. But there were defining factors in that first defeat, and unfortunately, that was lag. So the first game we just couldn't get going. I don't think we ever passed or strung five good passes together because we just felt a delay, and it just restricted our play, restricted our fluency, and we struggled. There's times throughout the season when you might have some games that are a bit laggy, but you can get through it. No disrespect to the other teams. But the opposition is not as good. You can kind of scrape through and get the win you need even in horrible conditions. But against someone with the quality of Zebra Rovers, that's a very, very tall order. They're a very good team, great players, great tactically. They know what to do to make life difficult for you, and we couldn't live up to that. We felt like our players were stuck in mud. We just couldn't get going. We messaged him at half time saying, can you feel a slight delay? And he didn't reply. So we pretty much knew we was in trouble then, because he was playing reasonably well, and he seemed to play with a fluency and impose a style of play. So I don't think he felt the same effect that I did. And we lost that game 3-0. The second game, we felt a slight delay at first, but it kind of wasn't so bad throughout the game. It kind of eased off a bit, and now we're able to play. Now we're able to impose our style. Now we're able to string passes together and try and beat Genesis. Zebra didn't meet the real Genesis in that first game, and he knows he didn't. He got off really lightly in that sense, because when you're playing with lag, you doubt yourself. You're not playing with that same confidence because I just didn't trust the game. I just didn't trust that they would, the players would do the actions that I want them to because of that delay. Second game, that wasn't the case. So I know obviously we're more likely to have more of the ball and have more chances because we're chasing it. But that was us playing. That was us being dangerous. That was us doing what we needed to do. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. You saw that chance from Zeko, which if he scores that in the first half, we could be in business. But we scored our first goal in the second half, and it's just too much of an uphill battle. So we lost the tie. Congratulations for Zebra Rovers for getting through. Difficult for us because the first game we were never in it from the beginning, to be fair. But these things can happen, So we just gotta live with it. Just want to say also that we're Genesis FC. We're not cheaters. Never have been. So us playing the game on daytime was an oversight on our part. There's many rules. It's hard to remember each single one. Had no idea that Zebra are unable to play with shadows in the pitch. So we didn't go into that game thinking, we're gonna play daytime because we may have an advantage. No, like I said, it's just an oversight. We didn't quite realize. If we did, we would have changed the settings. But I guess it doesn't really matter because he went through anyway. Upon reflection on the season, we played, I think, like 20 games and only lost 2. One of those losses, lag was a defining factor. So, that's something to be proud of. It shows we're a good team. However, considering we only lost the one game, we should have been challenging for the title. With a bit of luck and, a better connection, we could have been in the final. We can't help but think what could have been. So, there's room for us to grow. There's room for us to improve. And, hopefully we can come back next season and just, elevate our game to the next level. And, the next level for us, the next step is just getting a trophy, to be fair. We're always in the top 4. you know, had, I think like 5 points off the top in the end with just one defeat. You know, the gap isn't a massive gap to bridge. So, like I said, upon reflection, we can be proud of ourselves. The transfer window's open now, so we're looking to do business and improve on our squad, and that's about that really. So yeah, thank you for your time. That's Genesis quick analysis on the Champions Cup defeat, as well as, you know, the season itself. Thank you.